Welcome, everyone, to the Real Whovians cast, episode 895. I am your host, Matrixlord212, and I'm with Louie. What's up, Louie?
Hey, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. All right, Louie, so tell us what you think of the Christmas special, Return of Dr. Mysterio.
Well, I went into it thinking, oh god, this is going to be the worst thing since Matt Smith's era, any episode of his, really, because they all suck. But I actually pleasantly surprised by this one. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too.
It's not great, like it's not the best, but it's not the worst. It was a bit of fun. Good villain. Like the idea of the superheroes, I'm not over the moon with it, but it was nice. It worked for one episode. I'm glad it worked, but I wouldn't want them to do it again. But it was different. It was nice. It's unusual.
What did you like about it?
Everything, really. Nardo. Or Nardole.
Or the way he says it, Nardole.
Nardole. Capaldi was great. I loved the villains as well. The superhero thing I'm not a big fan of that, but I liked how they did it. I thought it was really funny when he swallowed the gem and just the banter the Doctor had. Like, I think this Doctor's probably the best we've ever had. And as Tennant's my Doctor, but I think he's my favourite, although Ten will always be my Doctor. I think he's my favourite. Like, I really don't want him to go. Like, I'm going to be quite upset when he goes.
Now, these villains also appeared in the Husbands of River song.
Yes, and I predicted that when we got the clip. I said to Connor, they're the villains from last year, and he was like, oh, no, they're not. But then they were right. I was right.
Yeah, very good. Now, I liked how the beginning of the episode, he tried to solve the problem of the Angels Take Manhattan time distortions in New York.
I did like
by
that.
By creating that device.
I did like that, but then I kind of didn't like that because then I thought, does that mean he can go and see Amy and Rory now? That doesn't.
Yes.
Really, I think, in my opinion, that should have been done during Matt Smith's era. It should have been done during Series 7, not now. Although I'm glad it's been cleared up, but a bit too late in my opinion.
Well, I still think that it is a reason to do it, and that he may bring Matt Smith back for an adventure we weren't aware of, and then erase his memory with the memory worm.
I think
I do feel that the thing was solved because, if you remember, there's a reason why the Doctor was dangling from a rope, and that's because the TARDIS could not dematerialize in New York. I guess Nardole was flying the ship.
He said it was for a trap. He said it was for the trap. He said it's for a trap. And then the kid was like, then why are you in it? And he's like, oh, because I tried out the trap. That wasn't really explained, to be fair, but he said that he could go to New York. He just couldn't go to New York in the 30s. But I'm glad they sorted it out. But it was a bit too little, too late. But it was good. At least something was cleared.
I just think they're definitely doing it where.
But I think the reason it was done is because he's been with River for 24 years on that one day. And they said that before Husbands of River song, the last thing she did with the Doctor was Angels Take Manhattan. So it must be like fresh in his memory. It must be fresh in her memory, which might have reminded him to do it. That's what I'm thinking.
And he does restore Nardole after she leaves the library.
Sorry?
He does restore Nardole after she leaves the library.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. Why is it the fact that the Doctor, I guess Nardole, he teaches Nardole how to fly the TARDIS?
Yeah, well, maybe he knows how to fly anyway. But to be fair, this is something that's annoying me with Moffat. Most characters can now fly the TARDIS. You have Clara being able to do it, Shilda. Who else did it? River. A lot of people can now. Tasha Lem, she can fly. It's a bit ridiculous. It must be really easy to fly.
Well, that's not the way it was said with Angelica, Javanka, and Nista.
Yeah, I know, because in Series 4, Donna's trying to fly it, and she can't.
They can't fly it. It's like not easy.
But now apparently it's a piece of cake.
Well, not really. It's just that maybe Nardole's an alien.
Yeah, but even if you're an alien, it's just a bit dumb to me that Tasha Lem can fly it, River Song, all these people. But then again,
well, you got the impression that Tasha Lynn was kind of like connected with the Doctor somehow, like big time, so that maybe she does know how to fly TARDIS.
Apparently, River Song was going to be Tasha Lem in that episode, but they couldn't book her in time because it was rushed.
Oh,
so they had to invent Tasha Lem on the spot. I don't know. I did enjoy it. Back to this episode because this is what it's about. I really liked the bit where it really made me laugh. Where he's talking about Spider-Man and he's like, "Oh, what happened then?" He's throwing up, baldness, lack of oxygen. Because that's what I want from this Doctor. Like he's grumpy and he's horrible, but he's got a warmth to him and an alienness, and that's kind of, I don't know. I just really enjoyed how he was happy but yet serious. And there's a moment in this episode where he says, "I'm going to offer you mercy," and it really reminded me of Tennant. Yeah. Like he would always say, "I'll give you one chance. I can take you away. You don't have to do it this way." And I don't know. I really like Nardo, although I agree with what you said in the previous cast. The first scene when he's like the little boy's room, I was like, "Oh God."
That was kind of creepy.
That was creepy / cringy. Just there was no.
That was creepy, cringy.
That was the only bit of Nardo
uncalled for and uncomfortable.
It was just.
I don't know what that was supposed to be. I mean, I don't think that's funny, but I mean, I don't know what he was trying to say, but
I think he was trying to say, "Where's the little boy's room?" Meaning Grant's room, little boy Grant. But it just didn't really work. Okay. It didn't really work. Nobody got the joke.
Nobody got the joke. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit. Maybe some lines got cut or something because it didn't really fit in. But I take it that's what he was talking about. But the only thing I would say that's kind of a downer on this episode is the fact that there's been such a long period of time since Husbands of River Song. If we had got a year of specials with River Song, it would have had more of an impact with the whole River being sad. But for me, I'm just like, get on with it. Like, River's dead. We need to move on. It was very...
Well, I got a different take from what he was saying about endings and new beginnings. I got that he's going to bring River back somehow.
No. What I took from that is everything has to end. They've had their time together. It's done now. Now he needs to move on, find a new companion. And I think that's with... that squeaky toy he had that she kept squeaking. That was really weird. I think that was a metaphor for... Because he had it in the TARDIS. I think that was like... he's had his suffering, now he needs to find someone. Although he has Nardo, I think he wants to kind of move on. And I think in the Series 10 trailer, you kind of see that. He's happy, he's going on, not going back.
Right. I kind of feel that we're gonna have something to do with the Weeping Angels and River and Amy and Rory, something, because I know there's a well, maybe it's Series 11 or something.
No, with Chris Chibnall, I think it's going to be a fresh start. No,
yeah.
I think the only character that will come back, if we have one coming back, will be Captain Jack.
Now, Chris believes, his opinion is that Nardo is there for us to get used to the fact of a male companion with a female doctor. Chris thinks that the doctor will definitely be a female, and Nardo will probably be the companion with the female doctor. Maybe or whatever. Do you think that they're trying to groom us to a female doctor?
Well, I think they've been doing that for a while with Missy and everything. And I think when Chris Chibnall gets his doctor, it will be a female doctor.
And I know Nardo?
I think Nardo will be gone by Series 10. Maybe the finale.
Okay, let me just switch to the Series 10 trailer, right?
Oh, I've got a lot. Did you see that we've got a confirmed return of a classic villain in the trailer, which is great.
I wanted to talk to you about who dies in Series 10, because it looks like they were consoling him. He had his sunglasses on, that he was crying.
There's all the priests, and that's from episode 6.
Who dies? Nardo or Bill?
I don't think anyone's dead, because you can see Nardo and Bill in the background. But that's the episode which has apparently got Missy in it. So maybe something to do with the Neversphere, because she created all religions. So it's a bit weird. There's the Pope and the priests, but the Movelians, I think they're called, the Movelians. They're from Destiny of the Daleks. They're back. They're at war with the Daleks in the trailer. So that's
Okay.
interesting to have a classic villain return for the first time since 2013. They're the androids, and they've got the big dreadlocks and the white silver suits. They're at war with the Daleks. They're gonna be in episode 1 for a quick cameo appearance with the Daleks theme, which is a cameo.
Oh, cool.
Episode 1. No, I don't think anyone's gonna die. I think maybe Bill's gonna die possibly, and I definitely think. Yeah, I think maybe not. I think one of them will die. She's definitely leaving. I think. I can't see her staying on if Capaldi's staying on.
I could see staying another year.
I don't think so, though, because if she's staying on and he's staying on, then there's nothing new for Chris. And they said before last year they made a massive. Moffat said himself the biggest mistake of Series 9 was having no new companion or Doctor to start off with. And they said they're not going to do that again. So I think, or maybe he'll have a new companion to join them, so there'll be 3 of them. I think Nardole's gone though.
We're going to be, and then it's a mystery of who's going to be in the Christmas special next year.
I think we might get it. I think I already know what's going to happen next year.
Yeah.
I think we're going to get a unit Christmas special, and we're going to get the 3rd part of this story.
Now is Osgood in charge instead of Kate of unit?
No, I think what happened was he said it'd be bad if someone gave them a heads up, and I think he'd let Osgood know. So that was Osgood's thing from the Doctor to sort that out. I don't think she's in charge. I think it's just he entrusted her with sorting that out.
Right.
But I do think either I think this is obviously they added that scene in for it to be continued, and I think this will either happen as the Series 10 finale or the Series 10 Christmas special.
Okay. We'll be back throughout the day when Connor comes back and stuff. I'm going to be doing some more Whovians kits later.
The superhero thing.
Yeah, what about that?
It was good, but it was a bit corny at times, a bit cheesy. The act, it was all good. It was enjoyable, but I think it felt a bit like 2 different episodes at once, because you had like there's a scene where the Doctor and Nardole on the spaceship, or Nardole are on the spaceship, and then you've got Grant and Lucy doing their own thing, and it felt like 2 different episodes, and then like it didn't really feel like Doctor Who. Like you'd cut back to the Doctor and then cut back to the superhero. I don't know. It was a bit weird, but I really did enjoy it. There's a lot more than I thought I would. But I think.
Are you happy that he got to keep his powers at the end?
I'm not happy, but I'm not annoyed about it. I think it's a bit silly that now there's a superhero there, but I kind of like how they left it. I know, like open-ended, like anything could happen. Like he says that he's not going to use them anymore. He's not going to be a hero anymore, but then he might, because they're releasing comic books now of the Ghost, so he obviously does.
Right.
So.
So more than likely, I hope they don't have a big finale where it's an impossible situation and then you just throw Grant in there to solve it.
To be fair though, I would rather they did a spin-off with Grant than Class. That'd be more interesting.
I would rather Class. No, sorry about that one. I don't agree with you at all on that one.
I don't want them to. I never said I'd want them to do a spin-off. I said if I had to pick, it'd be more interesting than in a school.
I have a feeling that regardless of whatever way it was met, there will be another season of Class.
No, I've already said Class Series 2 is confirmed. I guarantee it.
Yeah, it's going to happen. I think America and the BBC One, they're going to have it, and I think it's going to boost the popularity. So we probably will have another season.
I don't think it's going to get a Series 3.
Well, that's too soon to season 2. I think so, but
I think they do Series 2, but even Patrick Ness has said it's flopped. He said he's disappointed.
Yeah, he'll wrap it. It'll wrap up, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It'll be Series 2 to conclude what's happened, and then that's it.
Even if they don't do a series, they'll do a special.
They're just I reckon they're just
a special or something.
No, I reckon if they don't get a Series 2, they just have an episode in Series 11 where they go to Coal Hill, and it will just be to conclude. It'll be a Weeping Angel story, sort out the finale of Series 1, and that'll be it. I don't think we're going to see those characters again. I mean, it would be nice if we had Quill in the TARDIS or something, but because I really did like the character of Miss Quill, and I think she worked well with the 12th Doctor. But
maybe they could have Ram and April in the TARDIS, like just
Oh, well, April is
as companions. I mean, like not fixed, not as a Shadow King in a body, but like whatever.
No, if they did that, I'd be quite annoyed. Like maybe Tanya, but not those two. But I wanted to talk about the Series 10 trailer.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we've got the Return of the Flood now, because you see that Heather, the character's called Heather, with the water in her face, and then there's a shot of them on Mars, and there's water squirting up. To me, that's...
So this is the return of what?
The Flood. In
my
opinion.
What, on the lake before the Flood, the Fisher King?
No, the Flood from Waters of Mars, the water creature.
Okay.
Yeah, that one.
Okay. All right, that's a good thing. And
well,
what was I gonna say?
I hope it's a good thing. I hope it's not cocked up.
I mean, but then again, wouldn't it appear that water creature appear in the future, not in the past?
Well, no, it could. That could be a meteorite that hits the college.
That took a place in the head in the future, not in the past, though, right?
What?
That Waters Mars took place.
Yeah, it was in the future, but the Doctor says the Flood has been there since Mars was there, because the Ice Warriors froze it billions of years ago. So the Flood's there. It just means that a meteorite from Mars could hit Earth contained in the Flood. The girl could touch it, something like that. There's a story in it, but I don't want Moffat to cock it up. I mean, I really like Bill from the trailer. Bill looks great. Like, I know people are giving her a lot of slack, saying, "Oh, the chip line's really stupid." And
she reminds me of Ace. She reminds me of Ace mixed with Donna. I've got, like, with the whole kitchen. Yeah, that was weird. But
that made me laugh. I thought that was quite funny.
Yeah, I think that Moffat is going to pick a couple of things in each episode and try to solve some of the plot holes. Hopefully it's not in a situation where we had with the Christmas special where he explains it in like a minute or two or a couple of sentences, like the whole New York thing with the Instagram. But again, we're going to be tracking that heavily to see if he explains everything away this season.
I don't think he will explain everything because there's too much to explain now. But however, I agree. I think he's trying to wrap things up. But I'm a bit annoyed that stuff that's nothing to do with this Doctor's getting, like, it should be stuff from Capaldi's era that's getting wrapped up, like the Neversphere and
right. They're using David Tennant. They're using Matt Smith stuff.
A lot of Matt Smith, and I don't like Matt Smith stuff being brought up in this era because then it's connected to this era, and I want this era to be his era, not Matt Smith's part 2. Like, I think they should bring up the Neversphere. What happened to that? Is it still there?
I absolutely agree on
that. Did it? Because the thing is now, any character that dies, they're going to go, are they in the Neversphere? Or is the Neversphere dead?
I mean, I really feel that when Clara actually goes back to the time stream and she dies with the Raven, she wakes up, and she's in the Neversphere. I mean, that's what I mean. Honestly, Missy attached them where... Even through time, I mean, she must have traveled back in time and took the kid from Iraq when Danny Payne killed the kid, and boom,
she said it's
the Neversphere. So I mean, Danny Payne's in the Neversphere. So why couldn't Clara? She's been watching her with that tablet, so she's connected to Clara. So Clara will have to be in the Neversphere.
Well, the thing is, what she said was that she made up every religion on Earth, so there'd be a concept of the afterlife. So there's no religion. The Doctor said it in Dark War. He said that Missy created all religion. She went back in time, and that's what created the afterlife.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, he said that if you go back and watch it, he says that she created a concept of the afterlife. So rich people would be scared of death, so they would invest into what's it called? Free W. And then it was long and complicated, and I was like, oh, so they're just going to drop in a one line that Missy created a religion. Like, surely that should be expanded on a bit more.
I don't think it was that she created all religions. I think she created.
He said that.
All religions. She created all religions.
That she created all religions for the concept of the afterlife. And then I was like, well, surely if that's you can't say that in one line and then not mention it again. That makes no sense. This is the thing. Like there's these little lines that dropped, and then
I have to go back and watch that.
yeah, that for me, Dark Water and Death in Heaven was a massive letdown. Like there's all that build up and nothing came of it. There's a line where Danny says, like when he's brought the kid back, and it's completely ripped out of Doomsday, like complete rip off with like her in the bed, and it's like Danny whispering like.
Well, yeah, I don't like that at all. That it was a copy off of that.
Yeah,
Like Rose,
yeah, it was
Rose, or it's like Clara.
It's just so ripped up, and then
I'm ready.
Big white light, and then he says this world is dying, which I take was the Neversphere is dying now. But that doesn't make sense because Missy took the Dalek woman, the woman from Into the Dalek, and she was from the future, which means the Neversphere must still be out there in order to save her.
Correct. And I also think that there's a backup battery that they're stored on. So even if the Neversphere appeared to be off, it would be still on. Sort of like a laptop with its memory.
It just annoys me because death, it's like no one dies in this show anymore. Everyone just comes back or they're in the Neversphere. And like the thing that episode, I found it really disrespectful with the Brigadier thing. He's a Cyberman now.
Yeah,
I was really angry at that. That was just not, it didn't sit well with me because.
So you're saying that they should bring this into the Series 10, the Neversphere?
Oh no, they should wrap it up somehow. They should wrap it up. They should explain.
Yeah. Is
it still up there? Because now whenever a character dies, you like, oh, so they're just in heaven now, or the Neversphere or whatever. It's not.
Right.
It for me, it's just very weak, and they need to explain Gallifrey, what the hell's gone on there, because it was completely. Yeah. The 50th anniversary, the only thing that I liked about it was, oh, they've set up a new thing. In 50 years' time, I thought they were going to bring Gallifrey back in like the 100th anniversary. Like in Day of the Doctor, he says, for the first time in my life, I've got something to like search for. I'm going home. I've got a purpose. And I was like, oh, that's great. And then in Series 8, apart from the finale, he's not even looking for it. He's just like, oh, it's out there somewhere. I don't know if it's like okay, but it's out there, I guess. And I'm not going to find it. If I turn up, I turn up. Then in Series 9, it's exactly the same. He's not looking for it. And then he gets sent there, and he doesn't even care. He's just, oh, I want to go now. Clara. And they've been ripped out of the time stream. They're back they're at the end of the universe.
I mean, I really feel.
So what the hell? Like
her words to me.
That was rushed. That should have been a storyline not used for like the next 20 years at least. There's no need to bring it back now.
And also
now have a story, not Clara.
And also the fact that she said something to him that we're not supposed to hear, meaning that she loves him and he loves her. And I basically think that's what it was.
Because
why wouldn't you let us listen in?
It was
she told him, well, you spent 4.5 billion years in this thing, so you did it out of love. I love you too. That's what probably.
And it really annoyed me how they made Gallifrey so Earth-like with like barns and.
Yeah, that was like annoying. I mean, they did that in the 50s though. They were wearing these old clothes. I'm like, what's that about?
I get that. I get that in the classic series on Gallifrey, you see Gallifreyans who are poor, but in this episode, they were eating soup and. They were talking about wolves, and they looked like they were wearing human clothes. And then you go to Gallifrey, and there's these cloisters, and that's just so stupid. The whole idea of there's like even the Time Lords can't go down there, and then the Sisterhood of Khan just appear, even though they were banished from Gallifrey in the classic series, and they have a
space taxi that gets them to the end of time.
And then Rassilon, god of time, like he was worshipped as a god. He came back in the end of time because Russell T Davies explained during the Time War they invented weaponry which brought Time Lords back from the dead to fight in the war. And then you have Rassilon return. Like you saw how powerful he was in the end of time with that gauntlet. Like he completely wiped the Doctor's ass. And then in this episode he just, oh, I'm gonna fly away now. Like no, he would have used that gauntlet to destroy him. He wouldn't just go down that fight.
How many generations he gave him either.
It's just dumb. And then he just wants to be friends with the Doctor again. Like no. And like where's Romana? She was supposed to be president. Like in the book Engines of War, which is the War Doctor story, they mention that Romana is president during the Time War.
I don't think that's canon. That stuff.
No, it is canon. It's canon because it's part of Big Finish, and that's been canon. That's now officially canon. So she was they said that she was president of Gallifrey, and then she was overthrown by Rassilon because they wanted someone to like fight the war, and she didn't want to fight in the war. But then where the hell's Romana gone? It's just like it makes no. It's just.
Planet of the Dead. That was supposed to be Romana. Lady Christina Del Souza. Russell T.
No.
That was supposed to be Romana.
Well, I haven't seen that anywhere.
He hinted that was supposed to be. If David Tennant was supposed to stay another season, she would have been Romana.
Well, in the writer's tale, which is all about that how they made series 4 and the specials, it's enough. They never mentioned that at all, so I can't really see that.
Yeah, that's like unwritten thing.
Yeah, I don't really believe that, but it's just for me. It's like I can understand if the actress who plays Romana, Layla Ward, I think it is.
Yeah.
If she doesn't want to return, that's absolutely fine. Just regenerate.
Well, she already regenerated it though in the big finish, didn't she?
Yeah, exactly. But I'm saying that you could always bring her back. You could always bring her back and then just say like she degenerated because she's good at controlling the face she wants. But for me, it's just really stupid. It's like with Susan as well. Why wasn't Susan in the 50th anniversary?
Right. I don't know. That everybody has a problem with Moffat with that. So
for me, that 50th anniversary was the worst episode of Doctor. I would prefer Love and Monsters and Fear Her and Matt Smith over that. That was terrible. The 50th was it just pissed on Doctor Who.
All right, but you look forward to Series 10? Let's go forward. Are you looking forward to Series 10?
I can't wait for Series 10. I mean, it looks really promising. Even the emoji monsters look pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. The robots, I think that's going to be a surprise. I think they look like crap, but okay. I think people will be surprised because Frank Cottrell-Boyce is actually a very good writer.
I think they look like the robots left over from a Girl Who Waited with a different helmet or head on.
They do look a bit like that, but you couldn't really tell in that trailer. But if you watch the episode, they're like really small.
Yeah.
They're like the size of like a leg.
Okay. All right, we're going to get out of here now. Thank you, Louie. We'll be back later. Take care. Bye for now.